So, TJ Watt talked today about facing Jake Browning on Sunday. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm sure going into this game, TJ Watt, who is literally the best defensive player in the game. I mean, arguably. I guess Myles Garrett's up there, TJ Watt's up there, Aaron Donald is still up there. There's a lot of good guys. But he is easily top five. Well, one of the best. Easily. So, they asked him about playing and facing Jake Browning. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know really how he would respond, / how you really should respond. But I think he did it in the best way he possibly could. Let's listen up to what he has to say.
It's definitely different, but the quarterback that they have in place has been there and has been in the system. He's been in the NFL for quite some time. He's a smart guy. So there's going to be a lot of challenges. I feel like he's going to still be able to throw the ball around the yard if he wants to. And just like every other week, though, they're still going to want to establish the run. So if we don't stop the run early in the game, they're just going to continue to try to do it. And that's always the challenge.
You know, he said it in the best way possible. It's definitely different. And it's going to be. Because not only, as he says right here, and he is speaking factual, that Jake Browning is a very smart guy. He's been in our system for 2 years now. He has rapport / chemistry with our wide receivers, you know. It's not like we just picked a guy up off the street and now he's starting like the Browns did with Joe Flacco. This is a guy who knows what he's doing. He's been out there, you know, not obviously starting in the NFL, but he has played 2 NFL games and now obviously a half an NFL game last week. So he knows somewhat what he's doing. Now, I will agree that, you know, his last part here is probably what we're going to try to do the whole entire game, which is establish the run, get the run game going. Because if we can run the ball efficiently and effectively versus the Steelers defense, we can easily win this game. And that, again, is going to come down to our ability to run the ball or not. Because if we can run the ball, I think Jake Browning could put the ball on the money a couple good times throughout this game and complete a couple big passes down the field and make some critical throws. Especially with having Jamar Chase, you know, Yoshi now being back, Tyler Boyd. T looks like he's not going to be playing for this game, but you still got Irv Smith, Hudson, you know, all these guys. I think in a very, you know, I'm honestly not watered down offense because Jake Browning came out and said he didn't want a watered down offense. In a very, you know, unique offense that is kind of catered around having a backup quarterback, but at the same time, you know, something that Jake Browning has been running for the last 2 years, I think he can be very successful. You know, and without Mika Fitzpatrick out there, that's going to be absolutely humongous. So if we can run the ball, get that run game going, and pop off with some quick throws, get up by a lot in this game, maybe up 21 points in the very, you know, beginning of the game, this game could be our game to lose. And again, keep in mind, we're playing in Cincinnati. Now, if it was in Pittsburgh, I would probably flip the script automatically completely. Because in Pittsburgh, especially, you know, one of their fans, which, don't be wrong, Steelers fans, they travel. One of the best fans in the NFL to travel across every single game, every single stadium. But in Cincinnati, first true game starting for Jake Browning is a recipe for everything to count or collect together to get this win right here. So, you know, shout out to TJ Watt, because again, like I said, some players, they'll act disrespectful, some players will just say nonsense, but he is very accurate. And again, like I said, I do understand his, like, what do I say about this situation, because he doesn't know. And no one knows with Jake Browning. That's the thing that's kind of weird, it's not scary with Jake Browning, is that it's kind of, you know, you haven't seen any game tape on him. Yeah, you saw him last week in a very limited fashion when they kind of ran the ball the whole entire game pretty much in the second half. But you did see him complete some passes, but you have no real game tape on him because he's only played 3 NFL games in his career. So you're going to have to kind of see what you can and can't get away with in this game from Pittsburgh's side. So it's not like you're playing A.J. McCarron. If you're playing A.J. McCarron, you can say, okay, well, we've seen him in plenty of games before in his career. We know what he's doing. We know what he likes, what he doesn't like. We know his weaknesses. Jake Browning right now, he is absolutely just a blank slate. And it's one of those situations where it's like, ugh, you're Pittsburgh here. I'm sure they're not too worried. Trust me, I get it. But if you underestimate him and you think you go into this game and you're just going to destroy him, that's how he's going to get this W. And honestly, that's kind of what we need right now. We need the underdog mentality as much as humanly possible. We need to go into this game thinking, you know what, everyone's going to count us out of this game, and a lot of people already are. We need to go into this game and show them why you should never count us out. We play good defense. Jake Browning, as TJ Watt said right here, we get that run game going, things could get very, very interesting in this ball game. And again, we get the passing game going, and things are going to be GG. So we don't know what to expect with Jake Browning, but that's really, honestly, the blessing in disguise right now. Is it could be anything. We could get something beautiful, something horrible. But think about it this way. If we get something horrible, all right, we kind of expected that, for the rest of the season. Something beautiful happens, things get really interesting. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.